Good morning students. In my previous video, I have explained you all about a very famous poet, Robert Louis Stevenson. He has written many poems and stories for the children. His stories and poems are very famous in the field of English literature. My Shadow is also one of a very interesting poem written by him. Have you ever think about your shadow? In my childhood, I think a lot about my shadow. Sometimes I think that how it becomes very long, how it come in front of me, suddenly it goes back to me, and sometimes it walks beside me, and sometimes it disappears. So I feel fear too from my shadow. Sometimes I think that where it went. In this poem also, the poet has explained his feeling about his shadow. Let's see what the poet wants to see about his shadow. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me. And what can be the use? His is more than I can see. He is very, very like me from the heels up to the head, and I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. The poet wants to say that I have a little shadow which looks alike me, and it is same from heel to head. And some when I jump to the bed, when I go for sleep, then my shadow also jump with me. The poet wants to say that every time the shadow moves with him. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow. Not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. The poet feels very funny thinking that it suddenly goes very long and suddenly become very short. So he is very much confused about the growing process of the shadow because a child grows slowly. So the poet thinks that if the shadow is like him, that he should also grow like him. So it seems to him very funny that it suddenly grows very long and suddenly becomes short. For he sometimes shoots up taller like an Indian rubber ball, and he sometimes gets so little that there is none of him at all. As I said you all that the poet is saying that sometimes it grows very long. The poet is comparing the shadow with the Indian rubber ball. Like the Indian rubber ball jumps very frequently. Suddenly it goes very high and suddenly it comes down. And the poet is saying that sometime it disappears. It becomes so small that it is very difficult to even see his shadow. One morning, very early, before the sun, I was up. I rose and found the shining dew on every buttercup. But my lazy little shadow, like an errant sleepyhead, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. Here, the poet is showing his anger for his shadow, that every time it followed to me, but when once I got up early in the morning and I went outside, then it didn't come with me. I saw in the morning the dew are on the buttercup. Dew means ओस. ओस की बूंदें. Buttercup means a kind of flower. कहाँ थी? बटरकप के ऊपर, एक फूल के ऊपर. The poet is saying that at that time my shadow was sleeping only, but at the time of going bed, he jumped to my bed before me. So the poet is saying that the shadow is very lazy and bad. At the time of sleeping, he come before me on the bed, and when I get up early in the morning, then he didn't come with me. Let's see the rhyming scheme of the poem. The rhyming scheme of the poem is very easy. As I have explained you all that in the rhyming scheme we have to match the rhyming words. Here the rhyming scheme is me and sing C A A head bed B B. Again in second paragraph, grow slow A A, ball all B B. In third paragraph, up cup A A and head bed B B. So the rhyming scheme of the poem is A B B A B B A B B. Here I have explained the question answer of this poem. You have to write all these questions answer in your note neatly. I will send the PDF to you all, and also write the new words of the poem in your note neatly. In my next video, I will come with the summary of the poem. Till now, stay safe at your home. Thank you.